this show, we will talk about informative issues that will make you think and help you grow. It is our wish that you will find hope, encouragement, and a little bit of Jesus in every episode. Hello, Debbie here. Greg sitting next to me.
Hello.
And we are going to spend our time today talking about positive self-talk. Specifically, what are the benefits? What it is, what are the benefits, and how we can improve on our positive self-talk, because we can't get enough of that. That's good.
No, never.
Last week, if you listened in, we focused on negative self-talk, and you'll hear a little bit of overlay or repeat of some of the things we talked about last week, but that's good because that will help reinforce the information that we're giving you. So there's so much power in our thoughts. We do a whole lot of good with them, but we can also do a whole lot of bad with them. And our words have huge, huge impacts on the kind of life that we're going to live and the kind of person that we're going to be.
I was going to say, yeah, thoughts are important, but words are extremely important as well. But you back that up perfectly. So yeah. I agree completely.
So why don't we start with the first point that we wanted to share today. And so what is positive self-talk? So this is an internal dialogue. Again, it's like negative self-talk. You got that internal dialogue going on that makes you feel good about yourself, and it motivates you to help think optimistically. So if you break that down, that kind of means how it'll help you be
happier.
I'm sorry, stumbling over my words.
No, I get it.
Hopeful. It'll help you be more confident about the future.
You just think more positively.
You do. You're in just so much of a different space than you are when you're in negative self-talk a lot.
Yeah.
So again, just to sort of say that, it just motivates us to help us to think optimistically, to be hopeful and confident about our future.
Mm-hmm. And I think people like to be around people that are, really positive and stuff like that too. I had a buddy in high school. I'm not going to say his real name because, yeah. And he was like always positive. Like every single day he'd walk into English class and he would just be like, "Hey man, what's going on?" Like super uptight, super happy and stuff.
Uptight?
Upkept, happy, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what to
okay,
call it.
But
yeah.
not uptight.
No,
yeah.
not uptight. No, just super happy and like up. He was just happy. He was like a really happy balloon, I guess. And people just liked to be around him because he was funny. He was super down to earth, and he was just, everyone loved him because he was like so funny and happy. And like if you were having a really crappy day, hang out next to him. Your day will be, 5 times better instantly. So
I love being around people like that.
Exactly, same. So that's why I mentioned him. So, yeah, it's really important and people notice. So, because I remembered him and
You still remember him.
I do, yeah.
Okay, and so anyway, positive self-talk, it helps you to feel just good about yourself, better about yourself. Mm-hmm. So I have some examples I'd wanted to share with y'all. And it'll just kind of get your mind going. So here's positive self-talk. Well, this is going to be challenging versus negative. Well, that's just too difficult. Or I will give it my best shot versus I cannot do it. If I mess up, I will learn from it. I always mess things up. I'm open to change. I've always been this way. I want to succeed. I'll probably fail. Are you guys following me? I'm reading the positive self-talk and I'm comparing it to a negative statement.
Every single negative statement that you said, you fail before you even tried.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to fail at this. I'm not going to do well.
Right.
I'm going
to mess this up.
Yeah.
It's going to be too difficult.
Like you're telling yourself that you're going to fail, mess up. It's too difficult. You can't do this every single time.
Yeah. There you go.
You're going to believe that. Okay. Or you're just going to be a nervous wreck.
Yeah. Yeah. That's hard to live your life that way.
Yeah.
I want to keep going because I love this.
Go for it.
Positive would be, I want to succeed. Oh, I think I did that one. The negative would be, I'll just probably fail. I'm lucky. My life could be worse. I have nothing good in my life. I want to learn. I don't know how to do it, so I won't try. So you can see gosh, yeah. If I get chills thinking about it. If I said all those things to me all the time on the negative side, where would I be?
Down low.
Right. So if we tend to be a negative self-talker, we have to have the courage to start looking at that positive talk, because it will change your life.
Completely.
Yeah. All right, let's go on to the next point, which are the benefits of positive self-talk. So research shows that positive self-talk can improve our self-esteem. It can manage stress and well-being, and it can reduce signs of anxiety and depression.
And it helps with confidence.
Helps with confidence, absolutely. Thank you for adding that. I love it.
Yeah.
So those are the benefits. Now, I don't know about you, but I want those. I mean, there was a time in my life that I did struggle with this. Yeah. Really. I mean, I was in middle school and high school, was having issues with my hair falling out, and it got so bad where I had to actually just wear a scarf on my head all the time. To cover the balding areas.
Right.
And so, yes, I did not have good peer support. I was pretty much a loner a lot. Yeah. And
you probably did a lot of negative self-talk in the mirror and stuff like
absolutely.
that. Absolutely. Couldn't have been good for yourself.
Right. And on top of that, I didn't have parents I could go to and really express how I was feeling, because we didn't talk about feelings. I didn't even know how to express my feelings. Yeah. So just an example. And now today I feel amazing. I feel, like
you're open to talk about stuff like that.
I am. So. And I don't get down on myself. And when I do find the positive out of the negatives and the hard and the, all that. And I'm a happy person.
Yeah.
So anyway. All right. So there's that. And then there's 5 ways that what is my thought here? I'm sorry, I got too into my own personal life. 5 benefits. Okay. They help. So positive self-talk will help improve our self-esteem and how we feel about ourselves, right? So you'll feel better about yourself. It encourages you and it motivates you.
Completely.
Can totally see that when we talk about the list of the positive self-talk versus negative. I can see how I would be so put down over here on the negative side of all these comments here, and then all the positive self-talk. I am uplifted and I'm ready to go.
The way I can see positive self-talk in my head is you're sitting on a cloud, right? And you're kind of hovering right now, but each time you tell yourself something great, it kind of boosts yourself up, and you're just getting boosted up on that cloud.
You jump from cloud to cloud.
I mean, yeah, sure. I guess the cloud's just raising higher. I love
it. Or that is like a balloon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Elevator. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's good. I like that.
Yeah.
It's a good image. And another benefit is it will reduce anxiety and depression.
Completely.
So, because you're thinking differently.
Yeah. You're telling yourself positive stuff.
Instead of negative, yes. That negative stuff will bring you down.
Yeah. It eats away at you.
It improves body image. There's this young people struggle. I mean, a lot of people struggle with body image. And, this can help, positive self-talk can help you just get to the place where you want to be with your body. Accept where you are with your body. Love your body.
It's good to boost yourself up about yourself. And to be comfortable with yourself too. So.
Yeah.
Looking in the mirror at the start of the gym, it's I have some stuff I want to work on, but I know I can get there. Yep. It's going to be a journey, but I'm going to get rid of this fat or whatever. So just boosting yourself up. So
right.
The gym's a great place for that. So.
Yeah. And another benefit is making you feel more like you're in control of your life. Because you're going to have more confidence. You're going to have more self-esteem, higher self-esteem. And these leads to those kind of feelings, like I'm in control of my life. I'm going to achieve the goals that I want to do. My life, I'm in control of my life. I love that. I just love that. And that's where you want to be.
Mm-hmm.
So much benefit in looking at yourself in a positive light and finding ways to word that for yourself that make you successful.
There's no downside to just thinking positive all the time and like trying to find the best out of the worst situations.
Absolutely. So. That is really, I'm glad you threw that in there, because this isn't only just about ourselves, but it can be about other things in life, right? We all get handed hard times.
I feel like Aunt Linda's like that. She's always just happy, you know?
Oh, Aunt Linda that we're going to go see in Virginia?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's always just,
she is. How does she do that?
I don't know. She's always just so happy. And if something goes wrong, oh, that's okay. You know, we'll figure something else out. It's all good. You know?
I know. And then when Uncle Alan,
happy.
Uncle Alan, like, I remember last time we were there, Chase broke the cue stick. And so, you know, I said, well, you got to go tell Uncle Alan, and you just let him know you're going to pay for it. Well, when he goes in there to tell Uncle Alan in the kitchen, Uncle Alan was like, well, tell me how that happened, or something to that effect. It was like, all right, it's kind of interrogation there instead of, oh, you know what, that's okay. Mm-hmm. Stuff happens, right? Like Aunt Linda would have been. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, we would have offered to pay for it anyway. But, it's just a different, Mm-hmm. But that's good. And then another final benefit is that you're motivated to overcome obstacles. So what I'm trying to say is that it allows you to see that setbacks are just temporary, and they're learning opportunities, as you were saying. And, rather than big, unsurpassable obstacles. I think I made up a word there. I don't know.
You made something out of it.
Anyway, but see, I made a mistake and I could laugh about it. Mm-hmm. It's okay.
Yeah.
Made a mistake.
There you go. Learn from this one, move on.
There you go. Just learn now to say it the right way, and it's all good.
Yeah. So
motivate yourself it motivates you to overcome obstacles. Is that clear? I think I mumbled my fumbled my words.
Sense of okay. Yeah.
It allows you to see the setbacks. That setbacks are just temporary, and they're learning opportunities rather than big obstacles that you can't overcome. Mm-hmm. And I always kind of look at that when I'm faced with a really tough time, or I'm faced with something hard. I, as a steadfast believer in Christ, know that when I am faced with hard things, that God is going to bring something really good out of those things for me. Mm-hmm. And learning opportunities, healing relationship, whatever it will be positive that comes out of it.
Well, then never stay in that negative mind space for a long time. Since something positive is going to come out of it, might as well be happy.
Yep.
So.
All right, and then moving on to our last point, which is improving our self-talk. So there's something called the 3 C's of negative self-talk. And the first one is catching yourself. The second one is checking it. And the third one is changing it. So when we have negative self-talk going on, and here's an opportunity for you right now, and we'll make this a call to action as well. So what are your thoughts, and are they helping you? What type of negative self-talk pops up for you? Like, what are the, do you see something kind of repetitive that keeps coming up? Those are the kind of things that you want to start inquiring internally on, asking yourself those questions. What pops up for me a lot for negative self-talk?
We were kind of discussing this ahead of time. You were asking me for an example or something like that. And,
so that we could use the 3 C's.
And I didn't even have to think hard about it. I went back in time basically in my head, and I just went, 8th grade basketball tryouts right before it. I don't know why. I think because there was a lot more kids that were trying to join the 8th grade team, and a bunch of the kids that were there I didn't like. So, like a bunch of boys that were super mean and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I think I just had insane social anxiety going in there too.
Absolutely.
So my self-talk was it was really harsh on myself, I'm pretty sure. So I
Do you
I don't
remember?
not really what I was saying. I remember the tryouts and all that stuff.
But you don't remember what you were really telling yourself?
No, I just know I was like a nervous wreck before.
Yeah.
So I was all freaking out and palms are all sweaty and stuff. You couldn't grip the basketball right.
I can only imagine just kind of knowing the history of some of this, but like, I'm not going to do well. I'm going to be laughed at. I'm going to be, I just, you know.
Well,
I don't
I
know.
wanted to be on that team
I know
so
you did.
bad that
I know.
year.
You were good.
I know. So.
And this is, that was your defeat.
Yeah, I know.
That was your defeat.
It was.
Sad to say. Anyway, so let's go. So catching yourself,
catching yourself in negative self-talk.
yeah, what your thoughts are. So be aware of what you say to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And the first step is recognizing that you have negative thoughts, and then ask yourself if you would talk to someone else that way. So if you say, you're going to go out there and I'm not going to do well.
You're going to miss every shot. You're going to fail all the drills, and you're going to slip in the running practice.
Yeah.
If you tell your buddy that right before that.
Yeah, it's like, oh, that's really encouraging.
Thanks for the help, man. Thanks for the emotional support. Man, like.
So So that's why we need to stay away from that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And I always love that friend. Imagine you saying that to somebody else. That is so good.
It really is. And even looking back at like 8th grade tryouts, I don't even think I realized I was like doing all this negative self-talk and I was like a nervous wreck. I thought I was just like nervous or something like that, but I was so tough on myself, I think. Yeah, I kind of can remember like doing drills and stuff and I'd miss a shot. I was so tough on myself because I expected myself to be perfect, tip top, or not perfect, but performing at my best or whatever.
Yeah, but still perfect. A lot of people get caught up in that. I had to be perfect. Like there's no in between. Mm-hmm. Like either I'm good or I'm bad.
Yeah.
And that's just not reality.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, well, let's take that example then and let's, check it. I don't know. I guess I said, either I have to be perfect. That means I always have to be good. Well, always is one of those words that you can't really say. Always, never. It's just so absolute.
It's impossible.
There's no way to have any wiggle room in there.
Exactly. So it's impossible.
Right.
So.
So just really check again, check your reality. How real is it? So give me some other examples of what you were saying that you might have been thinking if you were actually analyzing your self-talk.
Let's say I'm at the free throw line and I have 2 shots at the free throw line and all the kids are at behind the backboard of the rim. Mm-hmm. I miss my first shot, bounces off the rim. Dang it, I should have made that. Stupid me. I missed the second shot. Oh, come on, Greg.
Oh man, beating yourself up.
Yeah, stuff like that. So do better. Come on, what's up with you? Something like that. So, because I'd put so much pressure on myself, I think beforehand to, perform really well. So, and putting that pressure on yourself, it's really not healthy.
No, it's not. Well, and
that's why you need to reinforce it with positive stuff.
Right, and that kind of how would you check? So you're checking that. You're looking at what you're saying. How would you change that? It'd be like, look, I'm having a bad day here. This is, I missed the 2 shots. Having a bad day. Yeah.
If I was doing it positive, I take the first shot. All right. Well, I can make the second one at least. I missed the second one. All right. Well, I'm going to have to do better on these 3-pointers and the layups and all that stuff because I just missed both of these. Yeah. So just put more pressure on yourself for other areas. Don't act like you have to be perfect in everything.
Right. So, I like that.
Mm-hmm. Be like, well, I'll make up for these missed shots by performing way better in the 3-point shooting or the layup drills. So.
Yeah.
So.
Wonderful.
Yeah. That's how I do it. So.
All right. Well, I think that was really helpful to walk through that example. And again, you get the idea. You got to catch yourself first. You got to be paying attention to what you're saying negative about yourself. Mm-hmm. And when that pops up for you most often, maybe just start there. Mm-hmm. And is this helping me? Are these thoughts helping me? I think that's just one question that I always keep in my head. Is this helpful? Why am I beating myself up over this? Right. Okay. So it happened, or I'm thinking this is going to happen. And then checking it. And thinking about what you're thinking and how unreal. A lot of times our thoughts are so unrealistic. It's crazy.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I know. It's crazy.
And we expect so much of ourselves and unimaginable
We're so
expectations.
tough on ourselves. Like,
yeah.
Insanely tough.
Yeah.
So.
And again, using those words like, okay, am I saying never? I'll probably never make this shot. When you're up at that line. You don't want to go there. You go, I've got this. If I don't, it's okay.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. I'll do better on the next thing I do. And then, changing it. So catching yourself, checking it, changing your thinking.
Yeah.
I'll do better at the next
the next drill.
Thank you. So anyway, yeah, so don't let your negative self-talk get you down. That's really kind of the goal of that little exercise that we did, and just
push yourself up and boost yourself up.
stay on that positive self-talk side where this is going to be challenging, or I'm going to do my best at this. If I mess up, I'm going to learn from it. I'm open to change. I want to succeed. I can, my life could be worse. I'm lucky here. I want to learn all those great things. So
it just sounds like you have hope. So
yeah,
keep hope.
Keep hope. Anyway, well, what's our call to action, Greg? What would we like? I didn't really
recognize when you're
excuse me,
talking negative versus when you're talking positive, and try to overpower the negative with the positive.
Oh, so, I like that. Well said.
Let's say you realize you're talking 50% negative, 50% positive about yourself. Try to make that change to 90-10 and then eventually 100% positive. So just work on it. Small steps, baby steps.
Yeah.
That's how we like
just
to do
always
it.
work for improvement.
Yeah, just small steps because, take your time with it, but don't be too harsh on yourself, like I said.
Accept yourself for where you're at.
Yeah. So we all start somewhere.
Yeah. And it's kind of like in basketball, you didn't get to a point where you could throw. I mean, you're pretty good at those three throws or three pointers.
Yeah.
You didn't start there.
No, you start with very close.
You didn't start there, and you're not going to start, with big improvements on the negative self-talk, but you're going to start now.
Yeah.
And you're going to make improvements, and you're going to keep going and keep working on this, and it's going to make a big impact on your life.
Like I said, yeah, learning to shoot threes, it was baby steps. You get right under the rim. You do 50 shots right under the rim. You take 2 steps back, 100 shots under the rim, 2 steps back, 150 shots under the rim. And then you keep going back, and if you mess up on those shots, you start over and you go to the very beginning.
Yeah.
So it's like you put yourself in a situation to just learn and expand. So,
yeah. Awesome.
Yeah.
Wow. Thank you for sharing that. That was wonderful. All right. Well, thank you for listening, and
leave some comments on what y'all thought.
Yeah. Love to hear
reviews,
hear
comments.
what you think.
Yeah.
So anyway, well, you all have a great rest of your day, and we will be back again real soon with some more how do we make ourselves feel better
information.
information.
Exactly.
All right. Take care. Bye-bye.